from a car guy's perspective, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, look at this stuff. It's a great one to do. By the way, this whole thing, it's just flat ass fun. That's why people are here. It's fun. We are at the fabulous Back to the 50s show, sponsored by the Minnesota Street Rod Association, the MSRA. We are here at the Minnesota State Fairgrounds in lovely St. Paul, Minnesota, and this show is absolutely kicking ass. This show has usually anywhere from 12 to 14,000 cars. It's one of the largest street rod and collector car shows in the country. And hey, man, we're here. Unique Specialty and Classics, we're always one of the vendors here. We've been here 11 years now, every year since we've been open. And thankfully, the show and our display both have grown every year, so it's been fun to watch. So, hey, we're cruising down Cooper Avenue right now, and it's in the evening. It must be 7 o'clock or so, and you can still see there are hundreds, well, actually thousands of cars that are still here, and I'm not exaggerating. Really, there's thousands of cars, and I mean, this is awesome. It's 60 degrees, it's breezy, and hey, from a car guy. From a car guy's perspective, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, look at this stuff. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I mean, you start looking at what cars to pick out. I mean, we could be here for days just pointing out cars and what they're about and what one guy's vision is to make a car cool. You know, whether it's a stock Corvette or these hand-built rat rods that are truly, each guy's piece of art. They really are. So. It's a pretty good time.
Awesome. Landon, what do you love about coming to this show?
Oh,
what do you like to discover here?
Everything. And to me, it's more about meeting just everyday great, awesome people that you're going to spend a lot of time with, and honestly get to know them in a very short period of time. And I want to mention too, the big thing Jeremy left out, that this does mark the 50th year for MSRA.
Good point.
And again, I just checked my phone. It is 7:30 at night. What time did this start this morning, Jeremy?
We came out of the trailer at about 5:45 a.m.
Okay.
to Rumbles, and
Yes.
hot rods
And
rolling in already.
Just to give you an idea, yes, some cars have left, but 7:30 at night, everybody's having a great time. This is amazing. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, and the grounds are open, I believe, till 10 o'clock tonight, and people
Yep.
they milk every minute out of this show. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Cool. What makes this show, I don't know, a little bit different than some of the rest? Where are the people coming from to get here?
The people, I mean, obviously they're from all over. I mean, people come. In fact, we had 3 or 4 car guys that were here from Canada, various places in Canada. In fact, one of the gentlemen wants to consign his 56 Chevrolet with us while it's here at the show. So
We actually met another gentleman from Norway that was here today.
Guys from Norway. So I mean, yes, it's Minnesota Street Rod Association, but the reach of this show is incredibly, incredibly more far than that, and it shows with the variety of cars that we get in, or that the show gets in rather, is truly amazing.
And honestly, bottom line, at the end of the day, it's a car guy reunion.
Oh, absolutely. That's the other part. We haven't even driven past that yet, but
Yep. I mean, obviously
the
you got
camping and the cars, and you
Yep.
live, eat, and breathe car guy or car gal world from 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning until Sunday at 3 when this baby wraps up. And we haven't seen it, but out on Snelling, the whole city responds to this show by every night they line up Snelling Avenue, hundreds and hundreds of people just to watch the cars leave. So even the people that aren't physically here at the show still get a chance to enjoy it as well. Hey, Parnelli, slow down. Hey, slow down.
okay.
So, what do you guys do at this show? How does it? In what ways does this? In what ways does this engage with your normal day-to-day stuff? And do you come to a lot of these? And, what's your game when you come here? What are you hoping for?
Right. And we alluded to it before. The main thing that we're here for is just to enjoy the environment, just like the other however many thousands of people that are here, and to be here and enjoy it with them and meet people and establish relationships. That's where it's at. The best part about this is, I mean, I don't care what car you drive, what race you are, what any of that kind of stuff. At the core of this entire show, where there's however many thousands of people and however many thousands of cars, everybody here shares one common passion, and that's the whole deal with the car guy, the whole car lifestyle, if you will, the classic car lifestyle and street rods, is that you have that common bond, and that's one neat thing is you'll see it when there's a show. Because I mean, again, people come from all over the country for this show, and you'll see an old car broke down on the side of the road. In no time, the next old car that drives by, boom, they pull over. They're helping their quote-unquote brother out in the hobby, and it's very cool to see. And you don't see it in a lot of sports even or other hobbies. So it's definitely something that we're proud of and very proud to be a part of.
Awesome. There's a camaraderie in it.
Absolutely, that's the word I'm looking for.
Absolutely, and it's a great big family, really, and and you start talking to folks that are, say they're searching for an old car, it's because of a memory, some sort of emotional attachment somewhere in their life. Folks really get attached to these cars.
Yeah,
But the one thing we're missing about this, really, the whole thing, so, now we can, what do we say? Do we cut the crap? Okay, really? Hey, by the way, this whole thing, it's just flat-ass fun. That's why people are here.
Absolutely.
It's fun. The food, people have, they may or may not have adult beverages stashed in their trunk, and that's okay. And but that makes it's all fun. It's just fun.
That just makes everybody's stories that much more fun.
Absolutely, especially later in the day.
Oh yeah. So I mean, people come here with their cars. Every car has a story. I mean, you must just get lost talking to folks.
Yeah, it's amazing. Everybody's, just right before we got in the truck here, this guy's talking about his '57 Ford. It was his second car that he ever had. I mean, and again, we've talked about it before, but it's the story, it's the history, the emotion that's tied to these vehicles, and the emotions that's tied to the hobby. There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into restoring these vehicles, or get built from scratch, if it's a hot rod or street rod, and so it's a moment, and it's a piece of pride for anybody involved, regardless of how big or little the part they had in either building or taking care of their car.
Amazing.
A car that we talked about today that I chatted with a gentleman, I have to go look at Monday or Tuesday, as I was saying. He's got a 70 Chevelle. It's an L78, which means that is a 396, 375 horse. It was the highest horse you could get in the 396 70 Chevelle. And what's key to in the muscle car world is there documentation, is there paperwork? And in this case, this car he's got the original build sheet that shows from the factory that this car was born a 375 horse 396 Chevelle.
Wow.
And that little piece of stained, worn out paper is worth as much as the metal, because you can easily clone or fake these cars, but to have one bulletproof, here's the paper that shows, that's a rare car, and it's a very valuable and desirable car.
Cool. You see anything cool this so far?
I've only been here not even half a day, and
Weird.
Right here,
I'm sorry, someone had to run a store. No, it's to me they're all unique.
Wow.
And it's
that
not
just
only
happened.
at shows. Yeah, we see all sorts of rare stuff, no matter what show. Just flat out meeting people. Just the other day, not to go about Chevelles, but just up the road, a guy called me out of the blue. Had me come up, look at his collection of cars, and he ended up having I think it was a 71 Chevelle LS6, and it was a COPO car, which stands for Central Office Purchase Order. Only one
Production
made.
order.
Production order, sorry.
Yes.
And he bought that car from Barrett Jackson. He wanted $250,000 for that car.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's
And
one
it'll
I
probably
probably
bring it.
won't ever see again. You won't
Yep.
see it again. So, I mean, I got goosebumps talking about stuff like that because you won't see it. So, very
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Very cool.
That's a 64 factory limousine of Series 75 limo, and I don't know if you can catch in the back. That one also had the factory rear air conditioning. The whole air conditioning unit is in the trunk of that car. But I've seen that car up close before. That thing is stunning. Very nice job on that restoration.
Just a note, Jeremy, just to show where people come from. Manitoba plates on that car.
Hey, yeah, zoom in on that license plate. That's one of our Canadian friends that just showed up with their Ford
That's a
Coupe.
long ways to drive on an old car.
Right behind that gray Ford truck right now, 57 Buick Century, two-door hardtop up there. I don't know if you can zoom in on that one, Ryan.
Turning left.
That car,
Yeah, the orange.
the kind of the orange over black.
Yep.
That car, whoever did that one that's a great restoration on that car as well, and it's very correct. The wide whites, the chrome spear on that car, even though the colors of that car are orange and black, the spear on all 57 Buicks are red in the middle, and I'd seen that car earlier as well. Very, very nice job on the restoration.
I couldn't get a good shot of
No
that.
problem.
Sorry.
No, I know it was a little far away, but I wish we'd have been closer to it. That was a great one to do. Have battery, will travel. Hey, check this out, this red truck over here. That's a Diamond T that somebody's cut down. That's a very rare truck. It's probably, I would say, an early to mid-40s vintage Diamond T that they added the little sleeper cab on. That thing is just oozes cool, and by the way, a lot of work to get it to look like that. Yep, check out this wagon. We got a 60 Chevy, 1960 Chevy Parkwood wagon that obviously has been lowered in an amazing restoration. And that color combination on that car is also correct from what I can tell from here. In the interior, looks like it was redone to stock as well. It's hard to tell by looking at it. I'm guessing that car might be on air ride suspension, but either way, it's looking awesome. Kudos to the builder on that one. All right, on the red and white wagon up ahead here, Ryan, got a 56 Chevrolet Handyman wagon, those are called. Now, a lot of people confuse those with a Nomad because it's only got two doors. However, the Handyman, the post right behind the front door is straight up and down. On a Nomad, it'll angle at about a 45-degree taper. The Nomads will typically bring a lot more money, but these Handymans are really coming, and I think they're fantastic looking. They really, and they're usable, and people really enjoy them. Wagons are coming on hot. I don't know if you've noticed as we're scrolling through here. There's a lot of wagons and a lot of cool things you can do with them. Hey, check this out on the left hand, or on our other side here. Here's one of the rat rods that you might see from the what the heck happened to that vehicle department. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Look at the creativity.
Yep, and that's just it. Though rat rods have become a complete, honestly, just a massive work of art right now, and it's definitely an up and coming thing, and a very growing, I guess you want to call it, a community.
And apparently the gentleman that started that build, apparently he died in the car. I see there's a skull in the passenger seat.
Roger that.
Poor guy, but you know, he had that vision, I bet. So, you know, rest in peace, buddy. You did good.
Yep.
One thing that's cool about this show, guys, and I know they do it at a lot of other shows too, but every morning at, I believe, 9 o'clock, they have someone sing the national anthem live every morning, and it's kind of cool. The whole grounds just, everybody stops, they find the nearest U.S. flag, hands over the heart, hats off, and everybody pauses. And I mean, it kind of ties back into what we were talking about earlier with the community, and you know, everyone's talking cars and BSing and doing their thing. But when, and I'm sorry, I forget the gentleman's name that does it. He does a fantastic job singing it here. It's all over the PA, and the whole grounds just stops moving for 3 minutes or whatever it is. It's even that's kind of cool. I got goosebumps now just going over it. It's neat to be here when that happens.